Hello, Ben Todd here, trainer, coach, HR professional. Today we're going to talk about the National Occupation Catalog in Canada. In short, it stands for NOC, N-O-C. It's used to categorize jobs in Canada, and it helps new job seekers or people looking to do a career transition find the duties, responsibilities, expectations, and education requirements to do a certain role or position. So I'm going to share with you today one of my most recent coaching sessions with a lady who was looking to do a career transition. So she had more of an administration background and was looking to see how her skills were transferable into different roles and positions. So the first step is if you don't know what roles or job titles you're looking for. Maybe you just think, I'm really good at research, or I'm really good as an administrator, or I'm really good at Excel. Or you have some basic skills that you know you're good at, but don't know kind of what jobs or roles would maybe best suit you or could use those skills. So the first step I tell people is if you don't have these job titles, I usually say about 3 to 5, then start with Indeed.com. So as you can see here at Indeed.com, I just typed in researcher or research, and it shows a bunch of positions and jobs that you can do that require you to have the skill of research. And while this is very general, you can start to see and get an idea of the positions and roles that use research. So you have business analysts, you have medical assistants, maybe you have policy setters, but it's a good way to start kind of looking at jobs and job titles to see how your skills might be useful. Once you kind of have 3 to 5 jobs or titles, and they can be very specific jobs, like you can be a business analyst in insurance, like me, or you could be a policy setter, or it can be more general. It can just be research assistant, which can be for a number of different positions. Once you have that list of job titles, then you go to the next step, which is to go looking at the NOC catalog and to try and find your NOC code, which you use to search the catalog to find out your responsibilities and the classifications. If you already have 3 to 5 job titles, or you're maybe shifting from the same position to maybe just a more senior position and staying with this in the same industry, then you can skip this step and just go straight to the NOC catalog. As you can see here, this is the NOC catalog. In the NOC catalog, if you scroll down to the bottom, there is step-by-step instructions on how to use it, but it's easier sometimes just to visualize it as we go through it. So here, if you type in looking for a research position, you can see it pulls up a bunch of different NOC codes here on the left. And it shows you kind of the different roles associated with the NOC code. So some can be managers, some can be researchers, some can be consultants. So this one we're looking at is a social researcher. And so what I tell people to do is if you have, a little bit not sure which research type maybe you're looking for in this example, choose a few different NOC codes that you see that might apply, and then you can look at them to see, is this the right classification for the role I'm looking to do. Next, once you have the NOC code, you can search by title, but it's a little bit less accurate. Then you'll go to the actual catalog to search it. So as you can see here we are at the NOC catalog. In the NOC catalog, there's 2 ways to search. There's the search by job title and the search by NOC code. So the first step is if you're going to search by job title, you can just type in your title or maybe your search skill, like research. As you can see, the expected results are very vague, and there's many pages of them, and it's not very accurate when you're trying to find out specific roles, responsibilities. So as you can see, we took the NOC code from previous for the social researcher, so now we're going to look by NOC code, which is the other tab here. And when you type in your NOC code or copy and paste it in, it's like we're doing now, you'll see that you can start to look at the very specific roles. And if we click on the social researcher, you'll see here that you can see all of the responsibilities and duties required. So it'll tell you, their expectations, the education, duties, common responsibilities, and things that role does. And you can do this with any role, which really helps you when refining your thinking or trying to figure out how you can transfer maybe, like my coaching clients' experience, how can you move from an admin research role to potentially how can I use research to maybe how can I move to like a consultant or social research position. And how do I start to see those transferable skills in action? You can also use it as a leaping off point now that we have maybe this one example of a position you want to apply for, and you have the classifications and responsibilities. You can look at those responsibilities and see what else you have in your toolbox of skills that might be useful. And sometimes you can be like, okay, I was really good at research, but maybe if I'm really good at a certain software research program, or really good at like doing customer journey or other skills you might have used in your previous role, can expand and kind of narrow down your career transition path. And this is just kind of the very first step in a career transition, where you're starting to think about, what can I do with my current skills? What interests me? What am I passionate about? And then it also shows you the gaps and the highlights, right? What strengths do I already have? And maybe what essential skills or education or certification am I missing? So when you're looking at these NOC descriptions, I also tell people that, it's good for, like I said, doing the gap and highlight the skills you're missing, but don't just get discouraged. Think of it as an encouragement to kind of work and see where there's areas to grow and improve your skills as you transition your career. So I hope you found this useful. If you've enjoyed this, please toss a like on the channel or subscribe to help the channel grow, and your support and encouragement is always welcome. If you have any questions, feel free to check out my course or put your questions in the comments below, and I'll do my best to answer them.